Chapter 9. Amelia's Visit Again. It has now been a month since Jack's arrest. He is set to appear in court tomorrow. Amelia has to be there as one of the witnesses. Before then, she decides to go see Brian one more time to try and calm her nerves. She enters his room and sits in her usual chair. She has been to see Brian almost every day since Jack got arrested, but today feels a little different to her. Hey Brian, it's Amelia again. I thought I would come see you today since I will be in court all day tomorrow for Jack's trial. His lawyer is going to try to plead insanity. She talks to him about how her day is. She talks to him about how she is feeling for tomorrow. And she talks to him about her day. And she even reads the stack of cards she brought with her. Every time she comes in to see Brian, she always has cards from either students and or teachers from the school. She finishes reading the cards and sees Dr. Harvey walking by. She rushes out to talk to him. Dr. Harvey, wait, I need to talk to you. Dr. Harvey stops and asks her what she needs. She asks if he could have a team on standby in case Brian's heart stops again. He looks at her confused and asks her why his heart would stop again. She says, I want to tell him the truth again, but the last time I did that, his heart stopped. So could you please have a team on standby just in case? Dr. Harvey looks at the head nurse and tells her that they have a possible cold heartbreaker. The nurse knows what that means and gets the team on standby. Dr. Harvey then tells Amelia the team is ready. She heads back to Brian's room and sits down. Hey, I'm back. I need to tell you another truth, and I'm really hoping this one doesn't stop your heart this time. The truth is, Brian, I have liked you as more than a friend way before I started dating Jack. The only reason I didn't take my shot is because I was worried what other people would have thought. She closed her eyes and waited for the machines to start going crazy, but she hears something else instead. I have felt the same way about you for a long time too, Amelia, Brian says in a soft voice. Amelia opens her eyes to make sure she wasn't dreaming, and sure enough, Brian is awake. She moves her chair closer to hold his hand. She asks him, how much of that did you hear? He tells her that in some weird way, he has heard everything anyone has said to him while he was in a coma. Dr. Harvey comes in to the room and asks Brian how he feels. Brian says he feels like he has been asleep for years. Amelia tells him it has been just over a month. Dr. Harvey tells Brian that he is going to call his parents and leaves the room. Brian says to Amelia, listen, I forgive you, but I need you to do one thing for me. Promise me you'll go to court tomorrow and make sure Jack never sees the light of day again. Amelia says she promises. Jack says, then I promise you this. Since I won't be graduating this year, I promise to get strong enough that we can walk the stage together at graduation as boyfriend and girlfriend. When Amelia hears this, she asks Brian if he's serious. Brian says they can start dating now if she wants to. Amelia gets up and kisses Brian. As they are kissing, they hear people clapping. They stop kissing and look towards the door to see Brian's entire family and Amelia's adoptive mom, Miss Anderson, standing there. Mrs. Connors says it took them long enough to get together. Brian's 3 brothers group hug Amelia and welcome her to the family. Miss Anderson interrupts and says, Amelia, I don't mean to be the uncool mom, but it's getting late and you have court in the morning. Amelia looks at Brian, who tells her to go. She kisses him goodbye and starts to leave with Miss Anderson. As she turns the corner, she hears Brian yell to her, "Amelia, nail that piece of crap."